What's up, Pokemoshpitbeta? John here, or GamingsNetwork, bringing you what I like to call an OU match, Wi-Fi Black to White 2 on Pokemon Showdown. And before we get into the battle, I want to go through my team. So basically my team is what I like to think of an anti-weather team. Basically I've got a Kingdra and Stoutland, basically because Sand Rush and Swift Swim. Kingdra gets Swift Swim, so if it's against a rain team like it is now, it can function really well and stop his team from outspeeding all my pokes, doing all that jazz, and I'm pretty much getting a free like +2, I think it is, or +1 boost. And that's good fun, and the same goes for Stoutland if it was a Sandstorm team, which isn't, unfortunately. I prefer facing rain teams though, because I have my Ferrothorn and my Jirachi as my defensive core, and I don't want to be taking any fire type attacks, which is probably my main weakness on this team, apart from maybe fighting and dragon. No, ice. Yeah, and basically I've got a Choice Specs Latios to deal some big damage on switch-ins, and Choice Scarf Landorus for some revenge killing. But his team is a rain team, like I said, but it doesn't really function as a rain team. It doesn't really have anything that benefits from rain. The only thing that does benefit from rain really on any teams is my Kingdra. So his rain could be counter redundant in the long run if he chooses to step up early, which he doesn't, which is unfortunate for me, of course. His Jirachi could benefit if it's like a sub-Carmine Thunder, you know, that kind of deal, but I'm not sure if it is, and yes, you can see the battle is probably not. And his Porygon 2 could be anything. Umbreon's always a threat. I hate facing Umbreon in UU, but I'm hoping that in OU it doesn't do as well. But it is a special beast, so yeah. I do have a Stoutland with superpower, but that doesn't actually come out to matter in the long run anyway. Gliscor and Latias even are the main real threats on his team, depending on his sets he runs. So anyway, let's get into the battle. Before we go into this, I should mention that the battle was 54 turns. It was quite a long battle, so there's some parts like this sped up where there's unnecessary things. But basically in this part, I Thunder Wave a Porygon, get up some hazards, and Leech Seed some stuff. So nothing much happens in that, and this time I actually can switch out because I don't like Gliscor versus Ferrothorn. Is a very favourable matchup for me because I can't really touch it because my Ferrothorn doesn't have any attacking moves. So I can go into my Latios and see what he's going to do. Luckily he didn't go for Ice Fang. If he does carry it, I'm not sure yet during this battle, during this time anyway, and I can just go back into my Ferrothorn after scaring it out with like potential surf or something like that, and I do. So I go in for Leech Seeds and that and get Parallel Hacks, and this Porygon 2 and Ferrothorn is a matchup you'll see a lot in this battle because them two are just going at each other. I'm pretty much walling it and he can't do much to me and all that jazz, but he actually reveals to me now that he has Ice Fang, so I can be very scared to bring in my Latios or my Landorus on a potential Earthquake, because I'm not sure what move is going to go for, and it could really batter me in the end because I can't really lose my Latios or Landorus early on because they may come in necessary later on in the battle. I do go for the Protect on his switch out into his Latias, and this is a big play. He goes for the trick and gives me a Choice Specs. Oh my god, that was horrible. I literally just sat down and went, oh god, as soon as that happened. My Ferrothorn is pretty much useless, but I do actually play around it really well, as you'll see in some of the fast forward bits, because it's a very long battle, like I said, and I don't want to waste all your time. So now another story bit comes in, and his Umbreon is actually a curse set, which I've never seen before. I was really scared for it, because my Pokemon, my physical Pokemon, like my Stoutland, can't really do much to it now, but now I'm hoping that Latias with Choice Specs Draco Meteor, Modest Nature, I believe, should be able to take that. No, it does hardly anything. I was like, oh god, no, it's the end, But I do have a Kingdra. Life Orb, Draco Meteor to finish him off, and bye big threat. If I missed then, or it didn't kill, I was in big trouble that game, because I don't know what it would have done, but oh god, it would have hurt me bad. But he goes back into his Porygon 2, and I'm not actually sure if he can kill me. So, well, my Draco can't kill him because I wasn't really sure how specially bulky it was, and therefore I had to switch it to my Ferrothorn. And now he reveals his team's actually a Trick Room Rain team, which does make sense considering his Pokemon are pretty slow, but he kind of wastes all his Trick Room there by just doing it with Porygon versus Jirachi and Ferrothorn. So as you can see, I am Choice Spec, but I was actually playing really well around that because I could Thunder Wave one turn, back out into Jirachi, and then Leech Seed on the next. So it was really working out really well. But at this point in the match, I figure I don't need my Ferrothorn anymore because it's done its job. It's walled some pokes, but I have no real use for it. I'm like, okay, my Jirachi can handle most of his threats apart from this Gliscor with its Earthquake, but I have other Pokemon to deal with it, like my Kingdra. Haha. Now, he doesn't want to take a Ice Beam or a Surf because I'll easily OHKO it, so he's actually going to switch out into his Politoed. And his Politoed does the unthinkable and sets up the rain. And that means, oh, I am ready to swim as fast as I can and take out all the pokes. So at this point in the game, I'm thinking, alright then, my Kingdra is the most important Pokemon on my team. It can take out everything on his team, pretty much OHKO and be set to go to win the battle. But we still have some more to go. So he brings in his Latias, possibly as it is completely specially defensive and able to take the hits, and then revenge with the Dragon Pulse or something like that. But it doesn't really matter, and it has Thunder as well, which I'm wondering, why can't you be more offensive then? You had choice specs before. I would have kept that choice specs and not been a trick set. It may have been a bit of a misplay on his making that, but I don't know. Maybe it works in some situations, but it didn't in this game. So now my Jirachi versus Gliscor, and this part of the map, I want my Jirachi to die. I do not need it anymore, and I just want my Kingdra to come in and finish off his Pokemon. Because his Jirachi will die on Staff Rock switching, and his Gliscor won't be able to take a Surf. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Surf, take it out, easy peasy. And then I'm going to go for the Ice Beam. Not the Draco, because I'm an idiot and forgot I had Draco Meteor during the battle. It doesn't take him out, but he gets paralyzed, so yeah. I had Landorus to deal with anyway, so yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to everything going on in the bottom below, and goodbye.